guys, my name is Cassie, and today we have another special guest with us. And this is Talk to See Your show. So, basically, as you all know how we do it every week, we have a guest who talks about travels and everything about traveling abroad and schooling and everything like that. And so, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do want to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and also share it as well. So I'll leave our guest for her to introduce herself to us so that we know whom we are going to talk to today. So hi Chantel.
My name is Chantel. I live in
Okay.
Germany. I've been here for 1 year and 5 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. Where in Germany do you live?
Germany in a small city called Passau.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
That's okay. And so what do you do here in Germany?
Currently, we call it the FSJ program. It's a voluntary program. That's what I'm currently doing. I'm volunteering in a rehabilitation
Mhm.
center in Passau, a rehabilitation center for people who need psychotherapy, people who just had operations or
Okay.
cancer or diabetes and so forth. So more like just body rehabilitation.
Similar to home care
No,
or
no,
it's a different thing?
no,
Okay.
it's a little bit different because our patients come and stay with us for I think 2 weeks. Do you see when someone has an operation and they need to exercise more? Maybe they had an operation on
Yeah.
their arm or something, and they need to like get massage and so.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's what we have. We also have one for cancer patients. I am not so
Okay.
sure what it entails because I'm not in the therapy area, but it's more on the therapy side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's not like a home. I haven't also worked in a home before, but it does not quite operate same as a home because as a home, I know that the patients there stay there for years or months, but for us, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on what you have, 4 weeks, 2 weeks, then you're out, you go.
Okay, so I know the short form for it is FSJ. I
FS,
can't really pronounce the word in German, so
FSJ,
forgive me.
FSJ,
Okay,
but yeah, it's the
okay,
FSJ. It
okay.
means
So briefly explain it to us.
Okay, so FSJ means Freiwilliges Soziales Jahr, which means voluntary social year. If I translate it directly to English,
Yeah.
it's something voluntary you do.
Okay.
It varies across fields. You can do it in a kindergarten, you can do it in a hospital, you can do it in a church, you can do it literally in any field you can do it. It takes part for a
Okay.
maximum of 12 months, but you can extend it for 18 months.
Okay.
Usually an FSJ is in place so that usually it's for people here after school, after your high school and so, when you are not so sure what you want to do and you need like a
Okay.
year that you can bridge without really staying idle. And mostly the healthcare system has a lot of fields for this. So people go there to see if this is what you want. Like, is this what you want to dedicate your time to study? Is this what you want? Do you get it? And other
Yeah.
times, people
That's it.
like me use it to learn the language because then I'm in a real setup where people can only speak the German language and I'm forced to know how to speak the language. So it's used for various things, but mostly it's for bridging time between one
Okay.
step and the next one, or like me to go and learn the language and just see how an working setup in Germany is.
Okay, that's fine. If you talk about that, sorry to ask, but where are you from in the first place? You're from?
Kenya.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how did you hear about the FSJ?
When I was in Kenya and I joined my language class, I was joining my language class because someone else told me to join and learn German and that they will help me relocate here. But then I lost contact with them. But
Okay.
I had already started my German classes, so I could not just
Okay.
stop and go. And in my class, we obviously shared ideas of what we want to do after our German classes. And someone talked about it, and I was, okay, this is interesting. But I did not come here through FSJ. I came to Germany as an au pair first.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
okay.
was an au pair for the 1 year that you're an au pair, and I wanted
Okay.
the next step to be school, but my language was not really perfect for school, so I had to do something else to bridge the time. And FSJ, I took this chance, so that's how I knew about it. But yes, I still also did know about it from my country, and that came from the people I was studying with when we were exchanging ideas on what we want to come and do here.
Oh, okay. That's fine. How long is this program for?
Runs for 12 months, but you can extend it to a maximum of 18 months. So per person, you can only do voluntary for 1 year. You cannot do 2 years or 3 years, just 1 year.
Just 1 year.
Just 1 year.
Oh, okay. Oh, how is it so far since you've started? Is it
Really
something that
nice.
you wanted to do or
Mm. No, it's really not something I wanted to do. It's something I had to do. So it was not a choice. I had no other choice. I had to do this because my language was in the gutter. My language was not so good. I had to do something about it, and this was my closest option. Initially, I had two options. I applied to two places. I had one that I was to
okay?
work in an Altenheim. This is our old people's home, and there was this one to work in a rehabilitation center. But at the time, I lived here in Passau, where this job is,
Okay.
so I could come for something we called a probetag, which means you just come and pretend to work for 1 day so that you can
Oh,
see if you like it or something. And
or
I did
not.
come,
Okay.
yeah. So I did come for 1 day. I met the people here and I really liked them and I really liked how the job was because, first of all, I am not interested in a career in healthcare. No,
Okay.
I only came here for the sole purpose of the language. I already know what I want to do, so I only needed the language. And here, there are not so many responsibilities that involve the healthcare. I wouldn't even say I know anything about the healthcare this time, even while working there, because it's not in the scope of the duties I do. But
Okay.
the other one in the Altenheim really needed someone who enjoys the healthcare system, enjoys how to do this thing. And it was also far, so I never did go to get the Probetag to see how it was. So I was almost signing the contract to the old home because it was a new city and I would move out of this city and see some other city. But when they sent me the duties, I did not like it and I felt like this is not something I can do, so I stuck here.
Oh, okay. That is okay. So how was the process like? I mean,
Um, the process was not so hard. Definitely, it's a little bit okay. You have to send so many applications, but the way that I found this position was that in my city, there's always.
mhm.
I think in every city, no matter how small, there's always
Okay.
a time period where the FSJ people and the organizations call for people to come. And I saw this
Oh,
actually when
okay.
I was working in the city, and I saw the advertisement that on this date, the FSJ, if you're interested, please come. And I went. And I went, and they talked to us, asked us why do we want to do this, and then what is everyone's goals, like why do you
Okay.
intend on doing this, and then they just ask you, okay, where do you want to go and what are your boxes, what boxes do you want us to tick. For me, it was important that I get a place that has a apartment, that I get an apartment from the organization, obviously, because I am not working. I cannot afford an apartment by myself. So these are the kind of questions you had to answer. Like, okay, so you need an apartment, you need this, you need that. You can work in a kindergarten because other people chose to go in a kindergarten probably because they want their career choices to head in that direction. Others went
Okay.
to the hospital for medicine and everything else, and others went to therapy. I went to the nursing sector, but you have to choose which place you want to go to, which is I chose here. So yeah, the process was really not so hard. It's just that
Okay.
the documentation process, um, was really long because I did this in maybe March and I got my documentation like 6, 7 months later, the contract and
Okay.
everything
It's
else.
just like applying to school here.
Exactly. But the good thing is that they talk to you. So I already knew that I have everything. I had gone for my probetag. The job people liked me. Everything was okay. So you are informed that okay, everything is, you just have to
Everything.
wait. Yeah, you just have to wait for your contract and other documents. So it was not like so stressful or anything. Yes, there was a point where of course I was anxious, like, oh my God, it's 7 months later, I have no contract, and without this contract I have to go back home. So it was a little bit anxious, but yeah, it was okay at the end. They did stick by their word. They did send all the documents and everything was smooth.
Okay, so is it a fully funded program or you have
Yes.
to make payments at some point?
No, you're actually getting paid, but they don't call it payment because it's below the minimum wage in Germany. So
Minimum
you
wage.
get something
Okay.
we call the Taschengeld, which is just like pocket money, like, hey, here you can buy yourself clothes or something. So, for example, in my organization, because I got an apartment, you do not get the full Taschengeld, the full pocket money. But you get for
Okay.
food. They give you money for food. They give you money for pocket money, also for something else. If you need something else, they don't know what,
Okay.
but for something else. And in my case, it especially depends on the relationship you have with your company. They also pay your bus tickets for transportation, and even if I live 2 minutes outside of my
Okay.
workplace. But yeah, it's a fully, you're really not paying for anything. You just come as you are, you do your work, you join seminars, there are programs inside the program also. So it's a, for me, it was a really
Wait,
perfect
so
thing.
they paid for all your travel expenses, if that
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
yeah.
Oh, then that's great.
They pay for my travel expenses, they pay for my apartment, they pay for my heater, water. You're not paying anything. Not traveling because the apartment is next to the workplace. It's a 3 minute walk to where I work. But they do pay my train tickets for the month. They pay my accommodation. They pay my
Okay.
water bills, electricity. You're literally paying nothing. You're
Then
just,
everything. Okay.
yeah, they handle
That
everything.
is so cool. So what are the requirements for this particular program?
Particular.
What do you need if someone wants to apply?
Okay. If you're going to apply from outside Germany, you are going to need B1 certificate, which is what is required for someone to do voluntary year in Germany. So you will need your
Okay.
B1 certificate, a passport, of course, the contracts from the company that you're coming to work for. But from yourself, you will need this B1 certificate, you will need a passport, and the rest of the things then depends on where you come from. So it depends on what the embassy in your area will ask
Also
for.
require.
But
Okay.
generally, you need the B1 certificate and you need the passport. When you're already in Germany, you can do it even with an A1 certificate. As long as you're here,
Oh,
it's more easier to get picked,
to
and
get it.
yeah, even without the high B1 certificate.
Why is there a job for you after you are done with it? Is it like an hospital course?
More like a
It's
practicum.
different.
Yeah, it's more like a,
Okay.
just like an internship, I would say. After
Okay.
this, after this, after this, you have to study now. You have to go and study. You have to do
Okay.
something else. Even so, after this, you do your Ausbildung, or you do your. They think that after 1 year, you already have set your mind. You know what you want, or in instance like me, you have reached your language goals. So after 1 year, you have to do the next thing.
Do you have maybe a training section for a month before you are being fixed at a place, or you don't have any training section?
Depends on where you are doing it. For example, in my job, it's not a hospital, and I think in the hospital you have to be trained because it's more
Okay.
demanding. In my work, I basically, if you ask me, my duties at my work is I welcome the patients in the hospital. In the
Okay.
clinicum, in the facility, I welcome them and show them their rooms and explain to them a few things of what happens here and their daily routines. I explain to them what they're supposed to do, at what time, where, and like that. So I did not really, I started, I just started and they showed me what I should do every day. So the
Okay.
first week was a bit chill. Then the responsibilities became more and more and more. So I did not undergo training myself, but I do know that other people in other training areas, in other voluntary areas, did undergo training.
Oh, okay. Any
The,
challenges?
yeah, the language is the language is the biggest challenge because okay, for example, in German language, there's how to be polite. There's some words you don't use, and there's some words you use when you
Okay.
already know someone. I always mix this up, and when I'm talking to a new patient, sometimes they get offended, sometimes they laugh about
Oh,
it, and sometimes it's just okay, they don't care. So I really struggle so much to keep it in mind that I should use the polite language because we do not know each other. Yeah.
okay.
Another problem is okay, it's not really a problem, but sometimes it is. There's not so much to
Okay.
do, especially at my work that involves me. There's sometimes I have like 2, 3 hours with absolutely nothing to do, just observing
Oh,
and looking at people. Sometimes this is really nice. I like it, especially when I had like a really busy long weekend. This is really nice. But other times, I really wish I would be doing something like more. But yeah,
okay. Why, how
um,
many hours do you do per day?
I go to work. I start at 7 a.m. and I finish at 3 p.m. with a 1 hour break.
Okay.
1 hour or
Okay.
30 minutes break each time.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
has
not
it
it's not so.
changed or influenced your life in any way?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm really healthy because there are so many diseases that that occur due to lifestyle and being in a facility like that and seeing people really get hurt or really get sad. Some of them are crying because of what they have has really influenced me to be like, okay, I really need to start being serious with my health, with my lifestyle because also these are people like above 50 and in the olden days and yeah, so it has really influenced me to like really think of what I want to do and yeah, and also working with Germans has taught me so much because they really have another dynamic or relationship with their work. They're never late. They are never. They work on what they have to work for. There's no
Okay.
procrastination, no excuse. So yeah, these are some of the things that are really changing with that. Like if I have to do something, I have to do it. No excuses. No getting late. No,
Okay.
you get it. So like yeah, my relationship with work and with daily things has really changed because of this. Also, my language is better now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's a nice. How B2 or
Yeah,
C1?
a final. No, I finished my B2 and then I
Okay.
finished my C1.1. So now I'm in
Oh,
C1.2 and then I think I'm done. I don't want any other higher level. This is done. So yeah, this was also really influenced by this. And I also
within
met
how many months now? Or you've used like a year to study?
no, I started in September, October,
No.
November, December, January.
Okay, you already
Oh,
had B1 in Kenya before moving
yes,
here.
yes, yes. I had B1 in
Okay.
Kenya. Then I came in
Okay.
Germany. In my au pair year, I cannot say that I learned so much German because the family could also understand English. And
No, okay.
when it happens in your brain that someone else can understand maybe English or Swahili or something, suddenly it's not so hard to communicate because you don't have to think so much. If it becomes
Yeah.
difficult, I just switch to English. But now at my
Yes.
work, I meet people who absolutely have no idea what I'm saying in English. So
In
I
English.
am pushed to know what I'm saying in German, and this has really helped a lot. That's why when I said that in 4 months I was able to do my B2 and finish my C1.1, it kind of seems wow. But it's not so wow if I have to speak 7 hours a day
Okay.
Deutsch, yeah, and I have to really learn it. So yeah, this was also influenced.
That is so cool. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always happy when I hear people say they can speak the language. I'm still learning, but I can't even speak properly. But
No,
that is so cool to hear.
it's a learning
And
process. Uh-huh.
they always say that, but it's difficult. I won't lie. I won't lie, but it's difficult.
I'm still not perfect. Sometimes they talk to me at work and what did you say? Or they're sending me for something and I really did not understand what they said.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I did not get what you're saying. Can you please repeat it?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so I'm
okay.
still
Is
not
it
perfect.
risky working as FSJ?
Risky in what way?
Risky, I mean, you're dealing with patients. So I don't know whether some of them are violence towards you, especially you being a black as well.
Oh, I forgot to mention that as challenges. Yes, I forgot. I forgot I'm not of the same skin color. So yeah, yes. Um, but no, I don't. Okay, one time I really had to deal with how do I say it? With a weird how do you say it when I'm working? I only know the name in Deutsch. With my colleague, yeah.
Okay,
With
colleague,
my yeah,
colleague.
with my colleague, yeah. But yeah, sometimes there are also patients who are a bit funny and a bit, not so good. But I only ever have to spend a maximum of 5 minutes with the patient. Never above that, because after showing them the room, I will never see them again. Maybe when we are walking, or maybe when
Okay.
it deals with documentation or something, but I never have to see them again after talking to them, because they're coming here for therapy. I am not in charge of therapy. I'm not in any sector of therapy. So they just come,
Okay.
I show them their room, explain to them, and then now they go to therapy. So the therapy people are the one really dealing with them. But for me, 5 minutes, I don't have to deal with them again. So sometimes, of course, and then sometimes you'd never know the okay, as a black person, even outside, not just necessarily in work, you can never. Sometimes it's really hard to know the line between if someone is being racist towards you or if someone is naturally curious towards you, yeah?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes, if you think about it, even if a white person came to my country, we would be curious to touch their hair a little bit
Their hair?
or look at,
Yes.
yeah, because it's not something we're used to. So sometimes I do
Okay.
wake up and remind myself that, okay, it's okay. It's a human reflex when you see something that you're not used to be curious about it. But also sometimes you cannot draw the line between, okay, is this someone just curious, or is a microaggression going on somewhere? Like if I go to work with new hair and everyone is wow 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 wow, wow. Some patients are really touching your hair without asking you, or without,
Yeah.
without, oh hi, can I touch your hair? And then if I'm okay, I will let you touch my hair. If I'm not okay, it's okay. But some when they come and just like start touching me, and so I cannot draw the line. Okay, I'm like, are you just curious? It's okay, but you can be curious and polite. Don't just touch me like that. Or I'm
Touch
like,
my
oh
hair.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, these are also some of the challenges I face, because sometimes I do agree that they might be curious, because I'm thinking also, if you came to my country and I took you home, the people around me are going to be really curious about you. They don't see someone
Yeah.
like you every day. They want to touch your
Yes.
hair. I'll maybe touch your skin a little bit because you're different than us. But so yeah, sometimes it's harmless curiosity. Sometimes it might be a little bit racial. So yeah, that's also another challenge I face. So, but I never
That's
have incidents where the patients are violent towards me. No, 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 no. Just this
yeah.
curious, really curious patients. This I have.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
that's okay.
yeah.
Would you recommend FSJ to
Oh
anybody
my,
watching you?
yes, yes, I would. Yes, I would recommend FSJ to anybody I see. I prefer FSJ to au pair. This is really nice. It's a really big balance between feeling like you're working. So it really gives you the big responsibility that, okay, I have a job now. Even if it's not technically a job, it makes you feel, okay, now I have
You like
a
okay,
big person job that needs me to be responsible enough, and at the same time it
okay,
guarantees you a little bit of freedom to do other things in your life and to see other things in your life, and to also make
okay,
important decisions, because now I've been in therapy with these people. I have seen them do other things. So my mind has really gotten exposure to what the healthcare system looks like and what
Okay.
possibilities are there in the healthcare system. What can I do? What can I not do? I tried a little bit and seen, okay, I'm not a blood person. I do not want to see blood. No,
Okay.
but I am this also kind of person. Plus, also you meet so many people because this is one of the most known centers in Germany. People are coming from all across Germany. So you do meet a lot of lovely people. You do meet a lot of nice people. I've really had really such an amazing experience here. I have not had a time where I felt, oh, I want to complain about something or, okay, that did not sit so much with me. There have been small
Okay.
instances, but not such a big one that it disoriented my life or made me feel, no, 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 no. I've really had big, good experiences. And apart from that, you have to know that you're under another organization. So
Yeah.
I'm under organization called Bayern Deutliches Katholisches something something. We call it the BDKJ. I don't know how to say the whole name
Okay.
of it. So it's also another beautiful balance between your personal life, this organization, and your work, in the sense that every 3 months we have a 1 week where we meet all the volunteers under this organization and we stay together somewhere and do fun activities and talk about where you're working, what are you doing there, and just exchange and do projects together. So it's really nice because you also get to meet other people like you with other different
Okay.
goals. Some of them are doing it to improve their CV, some of them are doing, so it's really also eye-opening that you can see from other people what other opportunities you have and what else can you do. So,
Okay.
and at the end of it all, you still get a certificate. So it's nice for the CV.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. So, like, is it after FSJ you have other plans of maybe moving to the health sector, or what actually do you want to do?
For me personally, after the FSJ, no, I do not have plans to work in the health center sector. I
Okay.
love it. I do love it, but I have other plans. I will do an Ausbildung, probably in the IT sector.
Oh,
Yeah.
then where the money is.
Yeah. Yes, yes, I
That
want to be a
is.
corporate girly.
Oh, I thought you wanted to be a nurse. I
No,
mean, would you
no,
though?
no, no. If I wanted to be a nurse, I would
No.
then advise someone to do the FSJ in a hospital. That way, after your
Oh,
FSJ,
okay.
you get a recommendation from a hospital. Then it really helps, yeah? Because then
Okay.
you're being
Okay.
recommended from a really big hospital from where you are working. But for me, I took the rehab center because it has absolutely nothing to do with this healthcare, this
With
big
this,
healthcare
yeah.
thing, yeah? So yeah, I knew it from the word go that no, this is not what I want. I only just took it to yes, buy time because I need this 1 year before I apply for my Ausbildung and to learn the language. So those are my plans. But yes, I would highly recommend someone to do the FSJ also.
Efficient. Okay,
Yeah.
so like take us through your typical day brief. Your
Okay.
typical day
Okay, so
as an
I try
FSG.
and wake up every day at 6. Sometimes it's not go as planned and I wake up 30 minutes later, but yeah, I have to be at work at 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. I
Okay.
get to work. I have to change my clothes to the work clothes. And
Okay.
then yeah, my day starts from the I already have like things I know in my mind I should do, so nobody's following me to tell me, okay, do this, do that. So for
Yeah.
example, if we have patients who maybe have corona, there was a time where we had really lots of corona patients, I have to bring food to their rooms because they cannot go and eat with other people. They're in isolation for 5 days, so I have to check.
Okay.
We have stations. We have like first floor, second floor, and third floor, and these floors have patients and also our station rooms. Yeah, each floor has a
Yeah.
station room with nurses, and so I have to check on each station if there's a corona patient or if there's someone who needs food, maybe lactose intolerant patient and so
Mhm.
diabetes patient, and they need
Yeah.
food in the room. I have to do this at 7:30, take it to them.
Okay.
Then I have to check of all stations if they have things that need to be done, like maybe they have a couple of documents that need to be copied, or they have a couple of receipts that need to be taken in patient rooms. And so this is my main work the whole day. This is what I'm doing, just
Oh, okay.
working with documents. She needs a document, she needs a document, he needs a document, he needs something to be taken here. That's what I do. And if
Okay. That's sweet.
the three stations have to talk to each other, they have to talk to each other through also the documents. So I might be taking documents from station 1 to station 2, from station 2 to 1.
Okay.
And we also have the laboratory. I have to keep checking if there's any documents for the stations from the laboratory. I have to take it to them. I have to, just document stuff. And sometimes there are no communication, there's no documents. So these are the times I tell you it's quite boring, because now I have nothing to do. Now I have to just sit there and wait for the next communication. And about before lunch, we always have some new patients coming in. And if the patients are coming
Mhm.
in, after the nurses take the details, I have to explain the Terminplanung, we say, so their schedule of the day, and to explain to them how the schedule works. So that's what I do. And
Okay.
take them to their rooms and show them their rooms and tell them, if you need anything, you can come and find me. And so yeah, so that's how my typical day looks like, just handling documents from one floor to another, and that's it.
That is okay.
Yeah.
And how do you see Germany so far? Is it a country of your choice, like so far?
Honestly, I really love Germany, and sometimes I really don't get when I go online and everyone is saying 10 reasons why you should not come to Germany, or 5 reasons why Germany is the wrong country. I love it here. I hate the winter, but I don't think I'm going to escape the winter anywhere in Europe. And I can only
No.
escape the winter if I go back home. I
Yes.
really hate the winter. But apart from that, that's the only thing I hate here. Oh, and the food. But I can cook my own food at home. I can cook my
Okay.
own food at home. But so far, really, I haven't had a single terrible experience in Germany where I can say, oh my God, no, 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 no. The only one time I had a bad experience is when I left my passport somewhere. But that was my fault, because
Oh,
I forgot it somewhere in a bus, and
yeah.
the bus was going to another country. So I cried so much, and I said, oh, my passport, and but I got it back. But that was the
Oh,
only time
okay.
I had like a bad experience with Germany. And that was my fault. So far since I came here, I haven't really seen something that can make me go, oh my God, run as far away as you can from this country. No, no one has been.
No.
Yeah, and I'm not diminishing anybody who got any racial experience. Yeah, I am aware that some people are really, really bad and racist, but I have no, personally, for me, if someone asks me, I have not experienced that at all.
That's
So
okay.
yeah, because some most of the times when I tell someone, no, there's no problem in German, they're always like, oh, the people are so racist. And I tell them, have you experienced it, or is it something you've heard? Because I have heard it, but personally I have not experienced it. I love it
Yeah.
here. I love it. I cannot wait for summer. I like it here. I like it here. I like how it's
I
easy
can
for
see you're really
me.
enjoying yourself,
Yeah, I
mommy.
like how it's easy for me to travel when I want to. I wake up and I want to go to France. I can take the bus and go to France. This is quite easy. It's quite
Yeah.
lonely also, but it's not so hard to make friends.
Yeah.
Okay, to make
Yeah.
tight knit friends that I can keep calling all the time, hey, that's really hard. But to make a friend that I can call for a coffee in the town when I want to, that's not so hard. In the beginning, yes.
Well, is it easy to make German friends like at where you are?
No, no, it's not easy to make German friends. But I do have made German friends from my work and from my
Okay.
FSJ group. I have made, but to make it alone, like to just meet one and be friends with, no, I think you have to have something that brings you a little bit closer to
Yeah.
naturally make a friendship, like my work. Where I work, I have a girlfriend there, and we met there. So I don't think we would have been friends if we were meeting outside. I don't know how that would have went. But now that we have
Okay.
something common, we see each other all the time. This is a natural way to make friends. But some of the friends I've made are through websites and apps and other online groups. But
Okay.
of course, these are not Germans. These are also foreigners like me looking for friends. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. But I think when you come here, you have to really just be your own biggest company and enjoy it because you have no other choice. This part sometimes I hate it, especially in winter because it's quite depressing. You cannot go outside. I don't like going outside and I also have no one to talk to. But in the real sense, it's still okay. I still do fun things with myself. I read my books. I engage in other ways. So for me, that's
Okay.
okay. For me, that's really okay. I have absolutely nothing to I don't like the documentation thing in Germany, where every little thing has to be documented. You have to send an email or you have to receive post from the office. The documentation part of it is really I don't like it, but it's also happening to the Germans also, and they also don't like it. So it's just a structural thing here. I have to deal with
Yeah.
it, but yeah, generally, I think I made a good decision to come here.
Have you been depressed ever since you came?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
literally everybody has passed through that stage.
I don't think you can skip it, especially if it's so many new things at the same time. I think
Yeah.
after the excitement is over, then the crash out starts and your whole body, your whole mind is struggling to adjust and find something
This is
familiar. Yes, yes, I did. Especially when I moved here because I live alone. I have never lived
okay.
alone before. In Africa, I was not living alone. I
Ah.
always had someone, a roommate, or people around me. And when I came here as an au pair, I also had people around me. So this was the first time I was moving out to really, truly stay by myself. And I'm moving out to a new apartment. I'm starting a new job the next week. So I don't know who I will
You're
meet. So
done.
it was so new things, but I was so excited. I was so excited. I was just thinking how I will decorate my space, how I will make everything. And then after I decorated my space, I was sitting on my bed and I'm just crying. And for a whole week, I was not doing anything. I was just coming from work and
Oh.
sleeping and just being dead. And then, yeah, just I think it's normal. I think it's normal that after after experiencing something completely new that you're not used to, it's normal to have a little bit of a overwhelmed feeling and crash out. But 1 week later, what could I do? I still live alone. I have to clean the house. I have to cook. What can I do? So I have to just pick myself
Yeah.
up and think that okay, so this is now my life. I have to change it. I have to be active about it. I have to find things that make me happy. So yeah, but
Okay.
I did have depression, and I also did not have such a good experience with my au pair family here in
Oh.
Germany, which was also a little bit depressing. But that is also a personal problem because I could not have seen it coming. Yeah, so it was also
I think I know most of the people I know who have done au pair do not mostly they do not have good relationship with their families.
quite true. I had to change my families, and the last family I got was the perfect family. They're still in touch till I'm so happy I got to meet them. They were perfect. So yeah, there was also that point where I was, oh my God, this is not what I came here for. And it was a little bit
Yeah.
depressing because, you know, when you come, you only know your host family here. So you kind of expect them to protect you, to like keep you with them and
Yeah.
like a child. And so when something like an argument happens, it feels so, oh no, I have nobody and all those things. But at the end of the day, you are an adult. You have to know that life is not so easy. And when something like that happens, you cry a few days, it's okay. Then you go and shower and you get up again. So
Yeah. You
normal.
have to keep
Yeah,
moving.
you have to keep going.
Yeah. Any misconception about FSJ?
Yeah, that people think you're cleaning people's bums. No, we are not doing that. No, that's not happening here.
No,
People always
because those
think
are
that.
for those are not for. I don't think it's for you guys. It's for mostly the home care people.
Exactly, exactly. But I know that people who are also working in the home care for the FSJ, there's some things that they
Oh,
cannot you're not allowed to do. Okay, there's some things you really need to have certification for. You have to know that FSJ, you are not certified in any way. You have absolutely nothing. No experience, no certificates, no nothing. So they're big. That's why my job is limited to me only handling the documents.
Okay.
I'm not equipped to take out blood from a patient or to overlook big things from a patient. I can only go and see what the other person is doing, the qualified one. But
Okay.
yeah, so misconception number one is that we are not all cleaning people's bums. Maybe there are, I have no idea. But when I tell someone I'm doing this, I'm like, oh my god, you're cleaning people's bums. No, I'm not cleaning anybody's bums. Or I'm not taking anyone's blood out. Sorry. I'm not giving anybody medication. I'm literally like a child at work. They just tell me, okay, now do this, now do that, now do this the whole day. So that's
That's
another
amazing.
misconception. Another misconception would be that it's a boring job. Also, it's not fun. I have fun at my work.
Okay.
Most times, sometimes like any other job, I don't want to go. It's boring. I cannot wait to come home and sleep. But most of it, it's fun, especially if you're from another country, because when you're meeting new people, as people who have a different culture than yours, everything you tell them is a surprise. And I like it when they're,
Mhm.
oh my god, wow. Oh my god, that cannot, it makes me laugh so much. And it also makes them feel really good when you interact with them. For example, when I was
Okay.
trying to explain to them that in the past in Africa, the ladies who would get married and there was dowry exchange of animals. This for some reason
Mhm.
always gets them laughing, and I'm like, yes, I could be given out for 100 cows. And this is such a big topic there, such a big topic.
Yeah.
So I really like it because I can get to talk about my culture also, and they can also get to talk about their culture. But maybe I'm also just lucky to have really good colleagues and non-problematic
Mhm.
colleagues. But yeah,
Okay.
it's
When you
fun
talk
to
about relationship also, is it difficult having a relationship here?
a relationship with someone also like boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, okay, no, I don't know. I don't know. No, I am in my own relationship, so I don't know if I can say was that easy or was that, I don't know. And it just depends on who.
But do you think, I mean, for blacks, I don't know, I wouldn't say blacks per se, but then for me, it's something I have experienced here. I personally, I am in a relationship, so that is not my experience. But then I'm trying to say, like, even before then, finding, I mean, it's not like in Africa that sometimes you meet like a man approaching you and all of that, but here it's not like that because of how the system is like. So is that something that you think it's easy?
I would also really quite confidently say that in Germany or in this area, it's more easy to find someone online than to go outside and have someone meet you. And also, as a black
Mm-hmm.
person, you really have to be careful because some people just want to experience being with a black person, not
Yeah.
being in a relationship with you or me
Yeah.
as Chantel and getting to know me. It's just the whole essence of, oh my god, I have a black girlfriend, or they want to experience something new. So you're just an experience for them. You're not a person. You're more like they want to experience you in that way. So
Yeah.
sometimes I think you have to be really, really careful that you don't go in blindly and think that, oh, we are now in a relationship or this is quite a romantic thing only for someone who wants to experience something based on what they were talking about or based on the stories
Mm-hmm.
he's heard around. So yeah, for me and my boyfriend, I don't know how to say. We quite started as friends, but
Okay.
it was also mostly originated from online because I was new in this town and I wanted someone who was
Okay.
showing me around who was also in this town. So it wasn't like I'm looking for someone to date or so. But also by that time I was already going out on dates and seeing people and starting to learn that I might be just an experience for some people and trying to be
Yeah.
really careful that I can be able to know the line between someone who wants to know me and someone who wants to experience me. So yeah, we started most likely as friends, just showing me around and talking, which led to the next thing and which led to now. So
That's
maybe I had
okay.
good luck. I've really had good luck since I came here. So
Yes.
maybe I had really good luck. Maybe I
Yes,
did
I
have
think so.
really good luck. But yeah, everyone has to be. Yeah, it's not like in Africa where, you're all the same, so nobody wants to use you for anything. But here, you have to know people are seeing things online that they want to do or talking to other people. So as a black person, you might not even be a person to this person, just something he wants
Mhm.
to collect or something he just wants to experience, so that later
Yeah,
he can say, oh yes, I once dated a black girl also, or something like that. So you have to be really careful.
that is
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. So, any advice for anybody watching you when it comes to FSJ?
For things like this, when people, especially from Africa, listen to such stories and they think, no, that can never happen to me, or it sounds too good to be true, or just try it. You will not lose anything, yeah,
Yeah,
because even if you
yeah.
don't get it, still the same, your life will continue the same. But what if you actually get it? Because when I talk to someone about this, they're always concerned about the process, the time, or the money it will need. But this is, I'm giving you something, I'm talking about something that you do not have to pay for something. You're getting the accommodation, you're getting everything you need. So
Mhm.
why not just give it a try? And yes, it's not something
Okay.
that will happen 1 month later. Maybe it will take a year long. If it took for me also like 7 months and I'm here, of course it's going to take something long. But you always miss the shot if you don't try. If you try, at least you missed it. But if you don't try, then you never know if you could have
You
gotten it.
never know.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I'll just advise that anytime you hear of an opportunity that really interests you, just follow through. Just do it. It will take long, it will take time, but you never know. And then you will come and experience it for yourself. Another thing with Africa, or my people, also from home, is listening to other people. Someone tells you, oh my God, Germany is so cruel, Germany is so bad, don't go there. And you immediately believe them. For some things like this, you have to do it yourself. Then you can have an opinion about yourself. You can come
Okay.
here, experience it. If you don't like it, we can always go home. I can also always go home tomorrow. So it's really more better if you just come and experience it for yourself, because what someone else experiences is true to them
Mhm.
because they
Yeah.
experienced it. You can never say that, oh, you're lying. No, if they experienced it, they experienced it. But what you have to also form your own experiences and form your own
Mhm.
opinions or something. So just try it. German is cold. Yes, I'm aware of the history that the Germans carried throughout the world, but try it yourself. I came here. I really like it. I have nothing bad to say. Someone else came here. They did not like it. Their experience and my experience are
Okay.
both valid. The difference is I have mine and the other person has hers. So try it. Don't just listen to other people and they say FSJ is bad. Don't go and volunteer. You will never get money. You will never do the next step. Just try it first. Have an own solid opinion yourself,
Yeah.
and then you can also say something. Not all the time you're the one who's listening. Oh, it's bad, it's bad. You're the only one who's listening. Finally, you can also be the one advising someone and say, no, I
Okay.
went there, this and this happened. Not all the time you're the one who's listening. So do things, experience them yourself, and have an opinion for yourself also. Yeah.
That is great.
You're
And
welcome.
lastly, I forgot to chip
Mhm.
in this. Do they have any age requirements if someone wants to apply?
Yes, I think for FSJ you can apply from, I think, the age of 16, but usually only when you're done with school, because you cannot, it's a full-time thing, you cannot use it with something else. So let me just say 18. 18 to 26 is for the FSJ.
Oh.
Past 26, there's something else called BFD, which is completely the same as an FSJ, just a different word. That one you can
Okay.
apply from 18 and above. Does not have a limit. But for the
Limits. Okay.
FSJ that I'm doing, it's basically just for young people between 18 and 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So thank you. This is the end of our video. My questions personally for you. And I really enjoy having the conversation with you. At least I actually learned one or two things. Because this, I think when I texted you and you mentioned it, I had to Google it and check because I've not heard it before. So it was my first time hearing it. And I already see you talk about it in some of your videos and some of your posts. I just checked them and I'm like, okay, I want to know more about this. So thank you for sharing your story with us. I really do appreciate it for also coming to my show as well. And so I'll just end it here and then we'll wrap up. If you have any last thing to say, please tell my followers to and my subscribers to subscribe to my channel.
So yes, it was nice to meet all of you. Please subscribe to her channel so you can learn a few things and have a wide scope of opportunities. And it was nice to meet and talk to you too.
Thank you so
You're
much. I really
welcome.
appreciate it. God bless you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is the end of our video, and definitely I'll talk to you on offline. So, yeah, thank you and see you later. Bye.